Hi, I'm Dr. David Baker Hargrove.
And I'm Robert Baker Hargrove, and we are BHC Assessment and Consulting. And we would like to talk to you today about a leadership development series of workshops that we've put together. So, Dr. Dave, what is our topic for today?
So, today's class that we're going to be talking about is how to build a great organizational culture.
Organizational culture is such an important thing because it's really kind of the foundation on how your company runs itself and how your people feel when they're in it. So Dr. Dave, can you elaborate a little bit about what does building a great corporate culture, company culture mean?
I think the first thing that it's important to know is that whether you create an intentional culture or not, you already have one in your organization. Because if you don't do anything intentional about your culture, there's already going to be one. Someone else is going to create it for you. And
That's true.
that is something very important to know. And so if other people are creating your corporate culture for you, it is probably not going to be the one that you want.
Right. So what we want to do is make sure that we give you just an idea of what that culture can mean for you. So what you want is a culture that is whatever you feel is it welcoming? Is it directive? Is it inclusive? Whatever you feel, that corporate culture is extremely important for you to be able to communicate with your employees because that's also going to connect to those who you're providing services or products for.
So what we do in this class is we start out with all of our participants and we're going to help participants identify first of all, what are your organizational values?
Yes.
And so once you identify what your organizational values are, then you build a culture based upon those values. And we're going to teach you how to first establish a baseline, because if your organization has been in existence for, more than a day, like I said, you already have a culture. And so you have to establish a baseline to find out what your culture is. And we're going to teach you how to go back to your organization and do that. And then once you figure out what that culture is, then we will take you through a very detailed process so that once you figure out what that culture is and you've established your values and you figure out what you want your culture to be, then you will have a toolkit to take what your baseline is and then move the culture from there to where you want it to be. It's a really great in-depth exercise to be able to move any organization from where it is to where you want it to be.
Absolutely.
It won't happen overnight,
No.
but it can happen for any organization.
And the thing is that is so extremely important is you have to be dedicated to your culture. It's not a set and forget. It's not something that you think, oh, I can take a class on and then I'm just going to go back and share this information. No, what it means is that you have to be dedicated to giving attention to it on a continual basis, because what you want to do is as you bring on new employees, this is something you have to teach them. You have to bring them into your corporate culture. When you have employees who may be straying, you have to find ways of making sure that you bring them back into the fold, or as we like to say, you either hug or roll.
Hug and roll.
Hug and roll. If you can't hug them in, then you have to roll them out, because your corporate culture is something that is extremely vital, and it's really kind of the lifeline of your organization from an intangible standpoint, because that can really get out there. So we really want to make sure that we provide you in this workshop with those tools to help you understand how to create your corporate culture, but then also how to maintain it and really help make it flourish.
And understand the change process, because it will not be easy. Change is hard and there will be fallout. Some people will cheer and some people will leave. And but we will also give you the tools and the support to manage that change process as you go back to your organization and utilize all of the skills that we've given you. But I tell you what, I promise you the long-term benefits of being able to build the culture that you want, that espouses the values that you have, are huge.
Yes. So if this is something that you feel is you're of interest, please feel free to reach out to me at robertbakerhargrove.com.
Or davidbaker-hargrove.com.
Or you can reach both of us at bhgassessment.com. And for now, this is Robert and David with the workshops. Take care and we'll see you next time.
Bye.